Alright guys, I guess it's time for another coffee chat, and right now I got this. It's a Diet Coke with lime. I'm pretty burnt out today. I've been doing helping my wife with some stuff for her art show thing she was working on. And so that, and then I went ahead and finally went shooting today, so I am pretty tired. So the last coffee chat topic was the gun that you've shot the most. Now, it took me a while to kind of come up with the gun that I think I've shot the most. I tend to have ADD with guns. I'll get an idea in my head and go full throttle, and until I do that goal or objective or crazy idea. Like, for example, I wanted to take a 223 and shoot 1,000 yards and hit steel plates at 1,000 yards with the 223. So I ended up getting a Savage. Was it LRPV with a 7-twist barrel and working up these long, heavy bullet loads with the bullets seated out. Anyways, so I tend to not take one particular gun and shoot it a lot. I do, however, have some that I have shot a lot over the last several years of owning them. I will only cheat a little bit, and the two that I have picked out are, first off, this is the one I think that I actually have shot the most with, and this is, I've had this for a long time. It's an AR I threw together. It's one of the Palmettos that came with the cold hammer forged FN barrel, and I put this together, and over time I have upgraded parts here and there, but it started out with an EOTech, and then when I wanted to shoot this rifle a little bit further, then I ended up putting a scope on it, and the scope I went with is just this Nikon P223 scope. It's 3-9. It has the bullet drop marks for 55 grain bullet out to like 600 yards. And this, a lot of my friends know this as my get stuff done gun. If I want to shoot something for sure, I will take this gun, and I can usually hit stuff out to about 500, 550 yards. So anyways, this is it has been very accurate for me, and I've shot it a lot over the years, and the cool thing about it right now is that I can transition from 50 yards all the way out to 50, 100, 150, 200, 300, 400, 500, and then 600 is a little bit more sketchy with the 55 grain bullets in my load. I can still hit it, but not as quick as the other distances. And with the bullet drop and parallax free on the scope, I can just use the bullet drop compensator and just hit stuff, over and over and over. And it's just it's a fun gun. It's kind of my boring gun because it's pretty easy to hit stuff with it. So so as my friends and I call it's the get stuff done gun, and been a really good gun for me over the years. And so I probably put more rounds through that than any other gun, but the one that would come close is this guy. It's a Rossi 92 16-inch barrel 45 Colt, and I put this I replaced the front, or I kept the front sight, but I replaced the rear sight with this little peep sight. It's a Skinner peep sight. And this gun, I've also kind of done some work on the inside and slicked up the action and put a little leather wrap right there to make it a little softer on the hands. I have literally thousands and thousands of rounds through this gun, and so when I take these two guns out,
winner, Mike.
I actually shoot this one way less because I'll just plink. I'll take like 5-10 shots with it, hit everything I aim at usually, and then put it away because it's boring. And then this one is the one that I like to do the lever action duels with the buddies, and so I've got a bunch of lighter loads, heavier loads. I've shot the crap out of this gun, and the more I shoot it, the more this action just gets smoother and smoother. So this gun I shoot it a lot, and it's one of my favorites. And one of the funny things about it is, since it's a Rossi, I don't feel quite so bad if I get like a little ding in the stock, or like a scratch, or whatnot. It's just the gun I like to shoot a lot and duel against my friends with this one. An interesting note about, or side story about this gun, is that for one of our anniversaries, I asked my wife. I told her, I said, "Hey, I'm going to buy you a gun for our anniversary. What do you want? What kind of gun?" And the funny thing is, she described this exact gun. She says, "I want a 16-inch barrel Rossi lever action that shoots 45 Colt." And I told her she couldn't have mine because it's mine, and I like this gun. But I was able to get her one and outfit it exactly the same. But hers is blued, mine's stainless. So. But yeah, between these two guns, I have put thousands and thousands of rounds downrange, and both of them are just workhorses, and they're probably not the prettiest guns, but and they probably have scratches and whatnot on them just from being shot a lot. So. Anyways, I don't know what else to say about these. This is my boring gun that I can shoot stuff with, and this is the gun that I love to shoot, and I like to put lots of lead downrange with this guy. If I were to pick a third as a runner-up,
yeah, that works. Thank you.
I'd probably have to pick my little break action CVA and 300 Blackout. Now, that gun is just, I've had so much fun with testing loads with that gun. I originally bought that one just to have as a cheap gun to test loads out in case they broke my gun, which they never have. Then I would have only broken a cheap gun, but I actually use that more than any of my other 300 Blackout rifles or pistols. So anyways, yeah. So I guess that's about it I have for tonight. I wanted to keep it short. Hopefully it's short. It's probably not short. But thanks for watching, and keep shooting and stay safe.